So there was a neat little cutscene before this one. It's not like it's animated or anything, just a lot of pictures with some Japanese dialogue. And basically what happened is tempo when you die, as opposed to, just pressing start and popping right back up. You have to start from the beginning. And I do die a lot in this video here. I'm actually kind of fast forwarding through that for your convenience and for file size, but that's how it works here. Super Tempo seems pretty good at balancing a variety of different gameplay, the shooters and the arcade and different stuff like that. And there's some more stuff coming up in the video game. Maybe there's some more like sinister pimpology, under the surface that I'm not able to translate here. He does have that eye patch thing in his glasses too, which means he might be kind of a badass. He's probably some kind of resistance fighter during the war between insect and man, which also means this game is technically a secret sequel to Starship Troopers. And we could have been playing that in a prequel for Dreamcast. I try to solve Sega's problems, but they never listen to my online petitions. I mean, there are certain facts these fat cats just won't listen to, All they gotta do is a couple of simple things to get Sega back on track. First, you make a Streets of Rage game based on the Warriors gameplay. Second, you make a Jet Set Radio versus the Warriors time travel crossover MMO. And third, you replace everyone in Sonic the Hedgehog who isn't Sonic, Tails, or Dr. Robot. .asp, click on Sign Petition Now, enter your name, email address, social security, and credit card numbers for verification, then click on Submit. Wait 24 to 28 hours for an email verification. Click on your email, then click on the verification link. When you get back to the site, fill out the 26-digit hexadecimal code to make sure the verification has a number 0 through 9, and each of those numbers corresponds with a different kind of a game parody that you have to fight through in this level here. There'll be asteroids or missile command, sort of pole position-y kind of thing, and whichever one you fight through, if they repeat, if you pick up the same one twice. I'll show you in a different video. I'll show you a straight playthrough as opposed to what I'm doing now. The only difference in these shooter kind of levels is that you actually do have to start over. Is possessed by an evil spirit. He goes a little bit crazy. He breaks out of the clown house and flies up to the sky. And now it's up to Katie to save him. Then Major Minor tells you to go up to the sky, and you're going to get the help of these three little bug girls, a singing group I guess called the BBs. And they're the ones who are throwing cassettes at you all through this level. The level is actually dynamically generated depending on which cassette you pick up. Each cassette, Major Minor, he's like some kind of weird cricket pimp. He's got buck teeth and a light bulb on his head. He's a shady character. And like I said, I can't really read the cutscenes. So for all I know, Katie and Tempo could be, enforcers for Major Minor's pimping operation. Each of these bosses could be a deadbeat John who hasn't paid their notes to the man. And, there is a plot involving a princess you have to save and everything like that, like a rake later on. And plus, this level is nowhere close to as hard as, like, the Dynamite Heady shooter level that just came out of nowhere, and I still haven't beat it to this day. Looking at that cutscene, I didn't think, are the BBs good guys or bad guys? I mean, they're drawn like the good guys, but they just chuck a bunch of tapes at you that Katie keeps in her tape cavity. And, the sky would have been smooth sailing without them all the way to the boss. And I have no idea what the deal is with me. So there was a neat little cutscene before this one. It's not like it's animated or anything, just a lot of pictures with some Japanese dialogue. Went through properly. Then you'll receive a phone call between 8 and 6 GMT saying that your signature has been added. And with any luck, within the next fiscal year or so, I'll become the CEO of Sega. And anyone who signs the petition will become a board member with access to the executive washroom, health benefits, and all-you-can-eat spare ribs on Thursdays. Also, with a member of the Baseball Furies from the Warriors. I mean, it's not rocket science, so I need all of you, everyone who's watching these videos, to go to www.myultimateradical-petition.biz/creamtheраbbit-lover69/warriors/index Major Minor. He's like some kind of... You get to be the first to test the Dreamcast 2, which has state-of-the-art graphics, blast processing, and 60-65% of the soundtracks will be produced by funk legend George Clinton. So here we have the legendary fairy tale, of course, of the rooster, who is also a robot, and a harp, which lays the golden eggs. I mean, come on, the Grimm brothers like to occasionally dabble in, uncut opium. Who doesn't? And besides, this was the 1960s. They were writing, Little Red Riding Hood and, Peter Piper. and Disney's Mulan, and these ideas just don't pop out of your head out of nowhere. You know, they don't grow on trees. I mean, look at me, for instance. You know, when I'm editing these videos down, I like to partake of a little herb from the Gullah country called gobbledy gobbledy. You know, and I know white folks haven't heard of it yet, but I'm sure, you know, within time some dirty South rapper will have a party anthem out about getting zizzy on that gobbledy gobbledy. It'll be on TRL. This is part of the joy of being African American. It's part of the joy of being black. Every Thursday night, in honor of the old Fox Network lineup of Martin, Living, Single, and New York Undercover, we have a secret meeting where we make up new slang words. All the concepts of this decade, you know, ghost riding the whip, supermaning that hoe, have been a complex sociological experiment. I mean, let's face facts, okay? White, suburban teenagers buy the highest percentage of rap music, okay? And we gotta stay 9 steps ahead of their bland lifestyles just to keep our massive foothold in the music industry. You think it's a coincidence that every black guy happens to have his own record label? I started 3 of them this morning. And I know what you're thinking to yourself, you know, why are you telling us these awesome secrets? Won't you get in trouble? And to that I say, black people don't know about Let's Play. I mean, I think Wolfshirt is black, but he's Canadian, and they use a whole different system. They use metric slang, so it doesn't really count. And there's a specific way the black people make Let's Play videos. You know, it's not better, it's not worse, it's just different. I mean, white folks are all, hello and welcome to the Let's Play of 6 Inch My Darling, which is a dating sim for the Sega Saturn in which you date women who are 6 inches tall, name him Dongs. And then black folks are all, this is your boy Doc Future, aka Robotnik DDS, aka the Black Captain N! And so on and so forth. And we got the chicken. Good job, Katie. Now, if I was on my game, I'd actually use Katie's flamethrower to melt these ice columns here. But I'm sucking and I'm low on power, so I'm just going to fly to the end of the level here. And it's just like Huey Lewis says, y'all, it's the power of love. And 42,350 space yen. Let's see what we got. Sugoi, a picture for my wall. There we go. A shrine to Katie's vanity, and something for Timbo on those lonely nights in the clown house. See you next video.